So let me start by wishing every one of you a very healthy and happy new year. I think we're all living in very, very challenging times and in a very strange world. This is a time when all of you should have been enjoying what camaraderie is all about, what working together is all about, what the true sense of team spirit is all about. But you are all having to learn to imagine and practice all of this in a virtual world. So I must commend you on making this happen despite not being able to physically be in touch with each other. So let me start by saying that look, this pandemic has actually thrown the spotlight on the life sciences sector like never before. And everybody feels that I wish I could work for a biotech company. We need to be smart, we need to be capable, and we need to be competent. And this is our opportunity. We talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat, we talk about a lot of other aspects of self-reliance, and we are very proud of the fact that we are the world's largest vaccine maker. Biocon is very proud that it's the largest biologics maker in India and certainly one of the largest insulin producers in the world. So I think what India has shown is that it's possible to create these kind of companies in India. What we've also shown to the world is that because of the fact that we have a large number of people who can't afford to pay the kind of prices patients pay in the West, we are actually getting these products at a very affordable price point, thanks to companies like ours, which are really focusing on driving down prices. So we also at Biocon talk about affordable access. And I think the world today is talking about affordable access because every country in the world has been challenged. Every country in the world has seen its healthcare costs go through the roof. And every country is wanting to see how it can bring down the cost of healthcare. So whether we make the cheapest insulin or the cheapest antibody or the cheapest statin or the cheapest immunosuppressant, it is about technology. It is about making sure that we have the highest quality at the lowest cost. We have vaccine makers who can actually produce vaccine at huge scale. And we have vaccine makers who can quickly pivot and make COVID vaccines in no time at all. Okay, so I think these are very exciting times. And we have to improve the perception that the world has on Indian science and Indian technology and Indian operations. So we need to do all of this. And what these programs are teaching all of you is to pay a lot of attention to what do we mean by good manufacturing practice? What do we mean by quality systems? What do we mean by ensuring data integrity? Not everybody can get a great job, but students from the Biocon Academy are the most hotly pursued candidates because they believe that you come with skills where you can hit the ground running, where you can quickly add value to a company's efforts, and where your education and your training that you have acquired at the Biocon Academy is superior to anything that they've got in their college. It's very sad to know that today, when you look at competency of learning, they find that Indian students were second last in the world because they said that we are spending too much time on just getting marks and attending tutorials to get into a college. Whereas what we need to do is to really map your learning quotient and your learning outcome, which is what the Biocon Academy is trying to do, is to help you to know how to learn, help you to know how to acquire valuable knowledge, and more importantly, how to apply that knowledge. So I think this is what we're trying to do at Biocon Academy. And of course, if it wasn't for COVID, you would also be going into our plants and seeing firsthand how things are done. These are very challenging times, but these are also very exciting times. This is a time when everyone wants to be involved with the life sciences, life tech areas all around the world. There is a dearth of capacity and capabilities of skills. And we need to make sure that people who have the skills actually can become leaders of tomorrow. So every one of you with the kind of skills you've acquired from the Biocon Academy must move forward into a job and into a leadership job where you over time will become leaders in that company that you join. Resource allocation, resource utilization, and resource optimization is extremely important. Because if you don't use resources well, and if you're willing to accept very low deliverables, then that's not the way you will succeed. When you go in with a huge resource investment into a company or a project, then you need to basically have a good return on that investment, right? So when you want to have a good return on that investment, you will have certain expectations and milestones that you need to meet. And finally, I just want you to know that as you succeed, also please make sure that you think about sustainability. Sustainability is extremely important today because we don't want companies that simply pollute but don't treat their effluents. We don't want companies who are doing things in a very wasteful manner. And we don't want companies who are not inclusive, whether it is diversity or whether it is gender respect. I think all these are extremely important for any company to succeed. Don't just do a program, sit with a certificate and not employ yourself gainfully. Because I've seen that happen in a few cases and it disappointed me a lot. I feel both men and women in this country need to be gainfully employed. I feel that only when you have men and women working shoulder to shoulder will we be a great country and where we will have equity in everything we do. So I, for one, know that when I built Biocon, there were very, very few women, in business. But today I see many, many women in business. So things have changed and things have changed for the better. But I also know that women still struggle to access capital, just like I did when I started Biocon. No banker wanted to lend money to me. No one wanted to work for a woman. Today, I think all you young women must feel very fortunate that things have changed, that you see many more women getting into business, taking up jobs, and earning the respect of their colleagues. So please don't ever lose that opportunity to play an important role in an upcoming company or in an existing company. Quality is a habit. Quality has to be embedded in a company's DNA. And quality systems, quality assurance, quality control today are the hallmarks of successful companies. Today, when you think about quality, okay, it's not about getting a quality certificate. It's about putting your stamp of approval that you have gone through every bit of the process and that every bit of the process has been a quality controlled step. And that at the end, the product that has come out reflects the quality that has gone into the process. If you compromise on any quality, it can kill the patient. But you do it well and it cures the patient. That is the difference between life and death when you think about quality in the pharmaceutical industry. We often hear about data integrity issues. We cannot afford to do that. There's no question of wanting to pass a batch because it has to go out to the market, even if the quality has failed. That is not allowed and that cannot be tolerated. And if India has to be a powerhouse in biopharma, vaccines, biotech, biomedical devices, we have to be excellent at what we do. We have to be world class in what we do. And all of us have to work to make India world class. We cannot say that, oh, this is not possible because we are in India, we are not in Singapore, we are not in US. Today we have proved that Indians can do it. I mean, look at the way today our vaccines are in big demand and India can make it at scale, which is what we must be proud of. And if we make it at high quality and high scale, we won our way. So I think that's what all of you have ahead of you. How do you make a difference to companies that you will join? How do you make a difference in the way you are contributing to the advancement of those companies? Contributing to improving quality systems in those companies, and ultimately GMP and everything that you do in those companies. So I'll end here and open up for question and answers.